What is up, everybody, and welcome to the 16-Ounce Gaming Podcast, episode 56. I am your host, Castle Will Kill. Tonight is our GOTY Game of the Year episode, where we talk about what games we love this year, what we think deserves credit for certain categories. And unfortunately tonight, Roz can't join us because he's pumping poop out of somewhere or something. So it's just myself, Surf Biscuit, and Toast. How you guys doing tonight?
Good, thanks, mate.
No, not bad.
Yeah. Have you guys gotten any good gaming before we get into all our categories and stuff?
No.
Spoiler alert, because we'll just spoil the shit we talk about now.
That is true.
Point.
Yeah. There's going to be a lot of spoilers in this episode, so especially if you haven't finished Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
Well, for me, that's pretty much all I played the past 2 weeks, is because I wasn't here last episode. Neither was Surf. I just played nothing but Red Dead Redemption. I did not touch any other game. That's all I played.
I get my shit out of the way because you two are just going to talk about Red Dead, basically.
Yep.
I got back into GTA after that latest update. It's like a Destruction Derby sort of type expansion thing they've done. You just go in, blow all the other fucking cars up. You've got big monster truck fucking things and wee death bikes, they call them. It's just sort of fucking got me hooked again.
Yeah, so it's pretty fun.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just more shit. I spent like 12 million basically, and that was only buying the thing, like the workshop and 2 vehicles. You don't need to buy the workshop, it's just a standard mode sort of thing, but if you buy the workshop, it lets you rank up and buy the custom vehicles and all that sort of shit, so you can terrorize people in free roam with them.
Nice.
Some more Red Dead Online. They've got an update. They already gave out $250 plus 15 gold bars to anybody that played within the first week or two or whatever it was, and now they're giving another 15 gold bars plus I think $100 if you pre-ordered, $100 if you pre-ordered the special edition, and $1,000 if you pre-ordered the ultimate edition. So
that's awesome.
I'll be getting that, but like they always hold back these rollout things, so it can take up to Christmas Eve or something to get the money. Done a bunch of changes to the economy, so you can't fucking just sit and fish all day. Well, you can, but they've made everything else profitable. So it was basically like I was in servers where there'd be like 6 guys just lined up next to each other fishing.
That sounds so peaceful.
Which I really didn't expect from Red Dead Online, but they've made the payout for everything else better. So now everything else is more interesting as well.
Did you go like before you start playing Red Dead, go grab your cooler, fill it up with beer, sit in your chair and be like, well, I'm going fishing?
It turned into like the perfect podcast game, as I just have podcasts on in the background.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Just sitting there fishing and then ride back to town. I can make sure nobody was around to shoot me, sort of thing.
Oh, yeah.
That was about it. I did get some a posse of 2 tried to troll me, so I shot their horses, because there's no point shooting them because all they do is respawn and come back. But their horses were lying there bleeding out, and instead of letting them die, I just sort of kept camping on the horses. So the time they came to try and revive the horse to save themselves their money, I just shot them, sort of thing. And then they moved servers, so I went on to my recent friends and joined their server and hunted them through 3 servers until they blocked me. I think it must have blocked me. I doubt they went offline. But yeah, it's just another Rockstar game, so
yeah,
I'm loving it.
They should have just let you fish like you,
Yeah,
like you stated him.
And I mean, I spent fucking gold on my lure, and see if they kill me while I'm fishing, I would lose that lure, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Which is a pain in the dick because I had one break on me, and then I had to go fucking waste another gold to get another lure.
How trolly have you found it, Toast? Is it more trolly than GTA, or?
No, just because it's not as easy to troll. And apart from losing what's on the... Like, see, the thing that's on the back of your horse, you don't even lose it unless you whistle your horse when you respawn. See, if you just run to your horse after you've respawned, it'll still be on the back of it. I think it's only if you, like, whistle your horse, so it technically, like, comes to you from off, like, out of render distance, then the animal on the horse disappears. So there's not much of a penalty, and there's not much of a payoff either, because it's not, you can't take the animal off of that horse. The biggest trolly thing is if somebody, they'll let you take your own animal off the horse next to the butcher, and then they'll shoot you, because then it'll just fall to the ground and they can pick it up. But even that's stopped. I think the sort of community policed itself, basically. Like, people got fed up of it, so anybody that was fucking waiting to troll people would then get trolled themselves. Until they just gave up and let it go on. And until they add, like, flying horses and shit like that, and with heat-seeking missiles and stuff, it's not going to be as easy to troll. That's why GTA is so bad, because I've got all these fucking toys I've spent hundreds of millions on.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm not going to sit back and not use them after I've bought them.
Yeah, I don't blame anybody that does that in GTA. I mean, it's what they want you to do in that game.
Yeah.
So, I mean, my character's a 360 character as well, so he's fucking over 5 years, I think, now. Just over. I've been building him up and buying him all these shit and stuff.
Yeah.
Apart from that, played a little bit of Blackout with Moose. I told him he was a birthday boy so he could pick his treat, sort of thing. He picked Blackout.
How'd you guys do? Did you guys win any?
No, we had a really promising game going, and then Moose drowned himself. And I mean, anybody that's played Blackout knows that drowning yourself isn't exactly an easy thing to do.
No, it's not.
It's particularly impressive. So
Was he just not paying attention, I guess?
yeah, it was like that bit with the boat. There's the chest that spawns underground or under the water even, and he was looting that to get fucking healing. Surprisingly enough. So he went down and drowned himself trying to get healing.
A lot more people are going to know about that chest now because Alfredo from Achievement Hunter brought it up on one of their podcasts.
Oh, right. Yeah, I think I see that.
Yeah, so it's like, damn it, now everyone knows that. Like, you know, just like the bunker. A lot of people didn't know about the bunker, and now everyone goes to Nuketown Bunker. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I mean, what else have I played? Well, we've done a playlist, GTA Online, after last Saturday. That's how I got back into GTA. We tried that. There's a few new game modes. A few new community members joined in and stuff, and it's just fucking crazy fun. And after that, we've done the new Jackbox, which has a fucking rapping minigame in it.
God, I wish.
And it reads out what you say as well. It's got like one of the fucking whatever it is, text to speech things. So basically, you get a prompt on your phone that asks you for one thing in particular, and that's going to be the last word of the first line. And then you can do whatever you want for the second line.
That's fair.
And it reads it all out. So there was plenty of talk about fucking all sorts of shit. Actually, Bob joined in. His first rap, I don't know, he was talking about fucking blah blah blah, something about whack or some shit, and I was like, oh fuck, if this is the way you're going to play this, you're not going to win. Because I think it was me, Organic, and Ryan at that point. And one other shit. I can't remember. Mm-hmm. But no, we were fucking... We all knew what to expect, so from that outset we were being as offensive as possible, and Bob was just trying
I'm sure Bob fit in.
Yeah. No, he got there.
Yeah, he was friends with me for years, so I'm sure he was like, "Oh, okay, it's this kind of party."
Yeah, but no, it's really good as well. Jackbox 5. I can't even remember what the other Marnie games are, but they are all good. One was patently stupid or something, where you need to draw things that solve problems.
Oh god.
So like you'll get I don't know, I can't even remember what it is. I think you pick the prompt and then you need to draw it or something like that while the other people name it, or it goes up head to head like Quiplash. I was wasted, so I can't say for sure.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I missed that night because I got drunk on Friday night, and my wife kept talking about McDonald's while we really wanted McDonald's, and the McDonald's by our house was closed, so we made a mistake to go to this. Well, she was fine, but I ordered sliders, which you'd think would be like the most safest thing to order anywhere because it's just probably frozen patties. And I got like some type of stomach bug from eating it. So like I was like not good Saturday to play with anybody. Just stupid.
That's me.
Stupid
so
drunk
you can
rolls.
Oh well, I'm drinking Gandalf, by the way.
Nice.
Fucking got to get myself some Dutch courage because we might not be friends by the end of this episode. But that's me. So you can talk about your fucking Red Dead and start the spoilers, basically.
Yeah. So Red Dead Redemption 2 story was fucking amazing. Got the feels for Arthur by the end, man. Like, holy crap, they did a great. That voice actor was amazing. His performance was fantastic, and then like just everything towards, I would say from chapter 3, like I remember saying like that's what like, or the end of chapter 2 was, or 2 or 3, where you go and burn the mansion down. That's where like it started picking up for me.
Yeah, that's what I said a way back. But then I was trying to avoid spoilers, so I was just saying when you go to the Braithwaites, is when it first clicked, and then from there, if you're focusing the story with just occasional stranger thing, like it really picks up and gets going.
Oh yeah, I mean I did all the I think the only stranger one I didn't finish is the photographer. But every other stranger mission I just did all of those, which were all a lot of fun. Like I have definitely, if you're listening to this and you don't care about spoilers and you still want to play it, definitely do those. It added a lot to the game, I think, and it was also a nice break in between story. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Did you instantly know who the woman was for the stranger missions? Like the old prostitute?
Yes, I remembered her from, because it was the guy that you got that had TB that you beat up and got money from, right?
Yeah, but at first, when I first seen her, I was like, oh shit, she's familiar, but I couldn't quite fucking remember who it was until I started actually talking.
Yeah, I didn't recognise her when you first ran into her in Saint-Denis, didn't you? And she calls the cops. I didn't remember who she was then, but I did when I met her up at Annesburg, but they sort of make it pretty clear there. But yeah, at Saint-Denis, I didn't remember it was her. I thought, who the hell's this? I assumed it was like some old gang member or something, but...
Talking about fucking getting TB though, Castle, what happened when you got it? Did you try and heal yourself or anything?
I know that like the chief gave me like those herbs and shit. Yeah. And I think I accidentally used them for cooking. I didn't do shit with it. So like my character looked like shit towards the end. Like his skin was all like red, and you know what I mean? His eyes were like bloodshot red. Like he was like in some real bad condition. And I felt bad every time because I was like, my guy's got tuberculosis, and here I am chugging whiskey and stuff to fill my dead eye.
And I always felt bad smoking to refill his dead eye.
Yeah.
I really should be smoking cigars.
No, yeah, exactly. It was like, and like his character developed. Like, dude, the my favorite parts of the game, story wise, weren't even like interactions with the interactions with the other characters were fantastic, but there's long horse rides where they just kick in some badass music.
Oh, towards the end, yeah.
Yeah, towards the ends and stuff, like that stuff like was so like mood setting, and they did such a good job with that. And especially towards the end of the game, where it's like conversations popping up with the characters you've talked to throughout the game, and them talking to Arthur and stuff. Like that really got the feels going. And then fucking Micah, man, God, what a piece of shit. Like, God, like I don't think I've hated a character in like that bad in so long, man.
How did you all die, actually?
I think I got the good ending. I think there's 3 or 4 endings, isn't there? 3, I think. I got the one where I just die looking at the sunset.
Same here.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
If you lose that fight, Micah just shoots you. You don't get to drift off peacefully, sort of thing.
Yeah, I think that you get
glad
that.
I would have been fucking raging if that happened to me. See, if Micah had shot me, that'd been the end of the game. I'd have fucking smashed the controller. And I wouldn't have played.
I think you get that one if you've got bad rep, don't you?
No, if you got bad rep, then you would make the choice to go back for the money, and he ends up stabbing you in the back as you crawl away.
Because he's going
in a
for it
different
too.
situation, sort of thing.
Yeah, so I think I got the good ending.
Yeah. But if you lose that fist fight with Micah, he just shoots you, even if you're going for the good ending.
Oh, right. Is that fist fight losable?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
I got really good at fist fighting because I would antagonize people that pissed me off in towns and stuff so much. Like, the fist fighting, it's like pretty much just block and wait for you to hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
so what was your
that was the one part. That was what really pissed me about Micah is like, here's this guy with tuberculosis. He's like half dead already, and you're gonna actually sit there and try to just fight him, like beat the shit out of him. You know what I mean?
And
he fucked out here. He fucks you up.
A badass.
Yeah.
So for you guys, what was your favourite Stranger Story set?
I like the Mad Scientist.
The Mad Scientist was funny. I think the other one that made me really laugh is the one where you got going the circus with the lion.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
That was a good one.
That's the one of the things that disappointed me was the strange. Well, like while they were good, I don't think they lived up to like Red Dead, the first one, Stranger Missions.
See, first Red Dead, I didn't do many Stranger Missions because like I played it late, and I just wanted to do the story pretty much.
Yeah. Did you do the circus? Do you mean the circus one as in the animals or as in the pinhead and the midget?
I did them both. I was talking the one with the animals. That just made me laugh. Where it winds up, everything you catch is like a fake animal, and then you go off to find another fake lion, and it ends up being a real one. That just made me really laugh.
The pinhead and midget was kind of depressing / like creepy.
Yeah, I suppose it was of the day, wasn't it? I think this Red Dead, speaking to what Toast said, compared to Red Dead 1, it had less funny, grotesque characters.
Yeah.
It's like you had, in Red Dead 1, you had the gravedigger guy, didn't you? That old crazy cute who was going around digging up bodies.
Oh, yeah.
And the medicine guy, who helped you in the first half of the game. Can't think of his name.
You talking the elixir man?
The elixir man, yeah. I think there were less of those. There wasn't so many funny, grotesque characters you kept coming across in this one.
Yeah. Did any of you come across the pig farm and trigger a little side story thing with that?
I don't think I did.
It was brother and sister invite you in for a meal.
No, I didn't come across.
No, I didn't get that one.
What happened there?
I think it was called the Aberdeen Pig Farm or something like that. They lure you in, and the sisters acting. Well, they make out as if it's husband and wife, but then,
oh god,
like through talking, it turns out they're brother and sister.
All right.
And she's sort of like being all flirty, tempting you and all that sort of shit, giving you a good cooked meal, and then they offer you a drink. You take the drink, and you're instantly wrecked. And you wake up passed out with all your fucking money and shit gone. And they basically robbed you and dumped you in a ditch filled with like dead animals or something like
that. Oh shit.
So you just go down, fucking blow their heads off and take your money back basically. But
I'm assuming as Marston you can do all these.
I don't know about things like that.
I don't know.
Probably.
Well, because the photographer
I know you can do
one.
all the strangers apart from the prostitute.
Okay.
But, I think,
that makes sense because I saw a marker for the photographer that I didn't finish the stranger missions with. So
yeah, there's a stranger after the epilogue as well. Some author that you do stuff for, and that's actually an author, not just you saying Arthur.
Author?
Yeah, I'm quite looking forward.
Now, how'd you guys? Okay, so main story I thought was really good. I know a lot of people complain about how slow Red Dead is, but it's like...
Well, I think we should leave that for when we talk about Game of the Year and stuff.
Yeah. But I wanted to know what you guys felt about the epilogue. Did you enjoy like going through all the Marston stuff, or...
I enjoyed the second half of the epilogue, not the first.
I would say
basically from when you build your house onwards. I enjoyed it.
Dude, the building the house montage was so brilliant. Funny to me. Yeah, I was cracking up while doing that.
Did any of you do the chores and stuff about the farm?
Yeah, I did because feed the chickens.
Yeah.
Every time I walk out that barn, I was having like Vietnam flashbacks because he does the exact same movement as he does in the first game. Like they were carefully copied that the way he bursts the doors open, sort of thing.
Oh yeah.
I really hated it when I had to go and pick the barn. I thought, oh fuck, maybe if I don't pick a barn, I could change the ending.
I do feel like bad for Marston knowing the end of the original Red Dead and then seeing like how hard he worked to get his ranch and try to live a normal life. Like gives a little more sympathy towards him because during the regular story I was just like, God, how is this guy the main character of the first Red Dead? He's such a fucking bitch.
Yep. Like from the first moment you meet him, you're just saving some wee fucking useless fucking version of yourself. Yeah. It's like you, but just not as good as Arthur.
Yeah, because I think at the beginning, him and Arthur aren't friends really, are they? Arthur doesn't like him.
Yeah, he left to do his own thing for a couple of years or something, and Arthur held it against him.
And then also, I think like Dutch was like kind of being real friendly with Marston, and I think Arthur being Dutch's like right hand man for so long saw him as a threat too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was basically what Arthur was like when he was younger, sort of thing. Like,
yeah, it was. The new blood,
new golden boy.
Now, with Arthur, did you guys trim your beard and stuff, or did you? I would just kept drinking hair tonics and didn't cut it at all. So he just had this big old glorious beard at the end.
No, I always went for like a shave, like a number 2 level shave all over.
No, it was a full beard with a buzz cut.
Yeah, I went for the buzz cut.
Not too short sort of thing, but just every so often.
Oh yeah.
Get it buzzed down.
Yeah, my hair was like the parted to the right, short shaved haircut, but like the beard was just like huge. I got the meter completely full.
Did you use a lot of hair pomade, guys?
Yes. Because that's what I do every morning in my real life. But they use like the good the old school pomade shit back in that days where it stayed in your hair for like a week.
So, what about legendary animals? Did you just do them?
I did the bear. That like that introduces the legendary ones. Just because I got pissed that it ran off and I killed it, and I never did get my skin for that because I know you said if you go, like you eventually unlock it and it didn't disappear or whatever, but it disappeared for me, so I definitely hit some type of glitch in that aspect.
Are you sure it disappeared and you just didn't need other ingredients to make whatever came with it? Because nothing is made from just the bear thing. It's always the bear plus other stuff.
No, like I lost all the bear skin itself. Like what I like, when I skinned him, I lost his.
Yeah,
skin.
But when you went into craft on the whatever the fuck he's called, there would have been certain pieces that could have been made with that bear skin. I'm pretty sure you would have seen that it was already there.
Yeah, it wasn't there. That's what I'm saying. Like it wasn't even there as like the ingredient wasn't there. What was that thing called? That guy called Tracker?
Trapper, wasn't it?
Trapper. That's what it was.
Yeah, Trapper.
Yeah, I didn't do many of those. I only did that one, and then like I really, really enjoyed the story and felt like that's stuff I could do after I finished. You know what I mean?
So I done a bunch of hunting.
Do the main game.
And the last legendary animal, I think I spoke around it because I didn't want to spoil things, but it's a panther. It's once you kill all the other legendary animals, you have to get Master Hunter rank 10 to unlock this final one. And I think like it's just typical shit, like kill fucking animals with the small game arrow, kill these any animals, use your bait and get kills. But then I think up around challenge 9, the challenge was find an opossum, plain possum, and kill it. I didn't even know opossums were in the game.
Fuck.
And they actually see, I killed one opossum and the other one ran away, and then it just fucking pretended it was dead. Like it's literally sat there plain dead, and I was like, oh, what the fuck? I've done so much hunting and not even came across this animal. It's nuts. And then shot it in the face.
You came across it at night, I take it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're nocturnal, so... I ran over a possum once in real life. And stopped. It was a big-ass white possum. Stopped and, like, went to, try to see if I could move it out of the middle of the road, and the fucker just flipped over and ran away. I was like, well, that was one badass possum.
It just
fuck, man.
I don't even know, like, they had the animal, never mind it being programmed to actually play dead.
That's pretty funny. That's pretty awesome. Well, at the end of the game, did you guys sit through all the fucking credits?
I did, yes.
Yeah. And from what I pieced together, the cutscenes shit that plays, it's basically that Agent Ross or whatever it is finds out that you've stolen all that money. So that's basically what he's holding over you to make you go and kill all, like,
to
Dutch
go
and
after Dutch and everyone.
Yeah.
But I was happy because that entire epilogue, I was waiting for something bad to happen to Sadie or Charles. And, like, both those characters I liked a lot. And I was like, these motherfuckers. And, like, that whole hike up the mountain at the end. And, fucking Charles gets shot. And then Sadie gets stabbed almost in the armpit. And, like, I was just like, fuck, they're killing off, like, my two favorite supporting characters. Like,
sort of thinking, I know John can't die, but what are they doing with Charles and Sadie?
Did you know that fucking, you know how they always talk about they managed to get the body and they buried him when somebody dies? And after the epilogue, or during the epilogue at least, you can actually go and visit their graves. It's part of
yes, there's a challenge for that, isn't there?
Challenge,
Find all 7 graves or something.
You can do it during or after the epilogue?
I think it's unlocked as soon as you're in the epilogue state, because all that time has passed, so the graves will be there, sort of thing.
Yeah. I think you can do it end game. You can sort of...
Okay. I definitely want to go do that,
and
especially...
depend on how you play Arthur, that depicts how his grave's going to look. Like, if you played him honourably, he'll have a bunch of flowers and shit growing around.
Yep.
They showed, everybody played honourably, didn't they? So, like, every wee cutscene where he had his visions, you would have seen, like, a stag.
Yes.
Yep.
Whereas if you were dishonourable, it's a wolf that you see. That sort of things.
Okay.
I would like to play it again and take the bad route, but I probably won't be able to, because I always do. I find it so hard to be an arsehole in games.
I could definitely do it just because I want to see it so much, but then Red Dead Online's killed that dream for me. I don't think I'll be going through it for a while.
It'll be a couple of years before I play the campaign again, but I definitely will be doing it again.
I'll pretty much be like playing as Marston and doing like the stuff I haven't done in the game, like the legendary hunts and all, when no one else is on to play online, pretty much. That's my game plan.
I mean, if you enjoy that, the game definitely opens up a bit more after the epilogue to let you do that sort of stuff. But by the time, like, I'm on my gambler challenge right now, and I need to win 3 hands of blackjack with 3 hits or more, which is fucking bullshit. Who the fuck does 3 hits in blackjack to get 5 cards out? It's just random. Like, that's the one challenge I've fucking really hated because it's just random bullshit. Which is totally luck based. Like, you could sit there. I've probably played like maybe 4 hours of blackjack trying to get it, and I've not had one hand.
Oh, jeez.
Fucking. If it's a challenge, it's meant to be skill based. That's the only thing that annoyed me.
So. All those other, like, I think I found, out of all the other stuff you can collect, I think I found 1 dinosaur bone and that's it. I haven't found any cave.
I ain't find any dinosaur bones.
I found the dinosaur bone down, looking out over across the water towards Mexico. That's the only bone I found. I found cave drawings or whatever when I was chasing one of the treasure chests, and I ended up going to the wrong place. But I think that was a sort of design choice, like, because you could confuse this place between one of 2, and if you went to the wrong one, then you would see the cave drawing, sort of thing. But fuck, doing all day things, there's just too many of them.
Now, yeah, so I didn't do any of that extra stuff yet, because I just, with my limited time at gaming, I just like was like, all right, I gotta like do the story for this podcast. Like, pretty much, like, I wanted to have the game done by this recording, and I did. The motherfucker hired gun of Micah. I was gonna wonder what you guys did with him. Was his name Cletus or whatever?
Oh, I hung him.
Yeah, I hung that bastard too.
That's spared.
You spared him?
Yep.
See, at that point, I was like, fuck this guy. I ain't sparing him. I know he said he stopped Micah from like killing a kid or whatever.
You hung him, didn't you?
Like, fuck him.
See, when you choose to spare him, Sadie just goes, fuck this, and shoots him in the head.
Oh, did she? Oh, sweet.
Good old Sadie, man. God,
Sadie.
Can we talk about how badass Sadie turned out to be?
No, brilliant. Because she's a fucking part of the category later on.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we'll talk about that later. Maybe we should just move on to that because Red Dead's
played
like on there so much.
No,
No, that's all I fucking played, dude. Except for Rocket League before we started this, and Toast reminded me and Surf how bad we are at Rocket League.
Yeah, that was the first time I played it with the update. It definitely did look cleaner, like the 4K update.
I was thinking that too, man. Like, man, it seemed so much smoother.
I think I noticed it the most, like when you were boosting. The boost sort of was a lot more clear.
Yeah,
like graphic fidelity wise, sort of thing.
Fantastic game. God, I love Rocket League. I love Red Dead. So, all right. Well, before we get into all of that stuff, we'll just go over some quick housekeeping. Just want to remind everybody that we do have merch. You can head over to merchroom.com/collections/16 ounce. That's 16OZ. And you can also use promo code 16OZ for 10% off your order. Also, if you want to listen to this thing live, come here over and join our Discord. Show notes will be, I'm 4 beers in. I'm starting to feel buzzed already. The link will be in the show notes. And for everyone that's involved in the Secret Santa, you guys should be finding out by next week, next Friday. You guys still there?
I was just going to try pour another drink.
Oh, my bad. I could have stopped installing.
Basically, the matchups are already out. Everybody should know as of last week what they're doing. And this Friday's the cutoff. So if you've not got your code to me, you won't be getting whatever code's been bought for you, and then it's going to go towards giveaways. The people that have bought you a code, sort of thing. They'll get something from the founders themselves, so they're not left out of pocket.
Yeah.
And then any spare codes go towards giveaways.
All right, now it's time to get into the Game of the Year categories. Well, not Game of the Year, but Best of throughout the year of 2018. And we're going to kick things off with Best Indie Title. And our, what is it called? Nominees. Yeah, nominees are Graveyard Keeper, Dead Cells, Kingdom Come Deliverance, or We Happy Few.
Like, I know We Happy Few have been bought now, but for this game development, they were fucking indie, in my opinion.
They were.
Yeah.
And also, we're going to miss shit in all these categories that fucking some people that have listened have probably played. We can't talk about games we haven't played, so it's reflective of what the hosts have played.
Yeah, at least one of us have to have played one of these,
Yes.
for it to be. We can't discuss something we never played. You know what I mean?
And it just comes down to a battle of wills because everybody's got to back down and accept that one game's a winner. Oh, I don't know. You suggested Graveyard Keeper. I never played it, so what would you say about that? Why does it deserve to win?
I thought it should be included just because it was fun from when I played it. I mean, I know it's pretty much a spin on what was that farming game?
Stardew.
Stardew Valley. So like, as in creativity wise, I guess you could give it a knock on that it's just a reskinned Stardew Valley where you're a graveyard keeper opposed to a farmer.
I mean, I heard good things about the humor.
Yeah, the sense of humor and everything is fantastic. It is a fun game. I mean, I put a couple hours into it. I'll probably eventually go back. Like if it was available on like Switch and stuff, I could definitely see myself like sitting on the couch playing it while like watching TV and stuff like that. Yeah, I just thought it deserved a shout out because it was a pretty fun game and it seemed to be pretty well received by folks. Yeah,
and I think, did I play these other three basically? Am I the only one?
I watched a lot of people play Kingdom Come Deliverance, and I read a lot about it, and it is a game that if I would have picked up, I would have probably been totally consumed by. I thought that was actually a pretty awesome game, and personally, if I would have picked one out of these just from what I watched people stream, keep that in mind, not the controller in my hand, and stuff, I probably would actually pick that as the best indie.
Yeah, it's between that and We Happy Few for me. Like, Kingdom Come Deliverance is basically Skyrim, or not even Skyrim because there's no fucking dragons. It's just Skyrim minus the dragons simulator.
Medieval ages.
Yeah, it was really good, but there was a decent amount of bugs and stuff. Whereas We Happy Few, you can talk about it being shit when it was in the preview, but we were talking about the fully launched thing, which I compare to BioShock. That's probably what I'd say. Like BioShock, the survival elements weren't as strong as everybody made out like they were during the preview. I think that pissed people off, but for the fully released product, I would probably say I'd put We Happy Few at the top. So it's between. What do you think, Surf? You've got a casting vote of some sort.
I haven't played any of them, but I watched all four on streams, and I think I would go. I think especially watched you playing Kingdom Come Deliverance when you first started. I would probably argue for Kingdom Come Deliverance just on scope and ambition. I know it had bugs, but then Fallout has bugs. Triple A's
Fallout
just
shit.
as prone to bugs.
Every Bethesda game has bugs.
But I think for an indie developer, I mean,
I'm happy to concede that I would be happy with that winning. I've got to say, Dead Cells, I played that on the Switch. I think it's on Xbox as well. That's fucking a hell of a game, but it's just not my style of game.
It was a game I didn't really get to check out much, but I know a lot of people played it and enjoyed it as well. But
yeah, I think
never experienced it.
That sort of played it and enjoyed it. I mean, it's good, but just we're talking about our favourites here, and it's not my favourite out of that list. So it looks like Kingdom Come's taking best indie.
It does.
And congratulations, Kingdom Come. You get
remember, I've
beer.
conceded here for when the talks heat up. I've conceded early.
I think you're gonna be the one that only gets angry.
Oh, definitely. If Game of the Year doesn't go my way, I'm fucking leaving this podcast. Shit's gonna get fucking violent.
All right, best sports / racing game. We have FIFA, Pro Evolution Soccer, right? The Crew 2, Forza Horizon 4, Madden, and NBA 2K, and Onrush. Right off the bat, out of all those games, I've never played the NBA 2K games. I know so many people do. I know Toast, you got really into it for a bit. So did Roz.
Yeah, Roz.
Our boy Stu, who was on the podcast last week, he's super into it.
Yep.
NK Wow, all those guys. I never played it. Madden, I actually played a little bit before this podcast just to see if it felt any different. I think this year they did do a little better in their mechanics and crap, make it a little different than past games. Not a fan of FIFA, not a fan of football.
I mean, I'm not going to lie, I put them on there because Ryan would complain otherwise if they weren't included.
I mean, they deserve to be on there. I mean, FIFA, how many sales does it have every year, but also it's like the most popular sport in the world, so people just buy a soccer game,
Yeah.
Crew 2, fuck that. To me, if I was going to pick something out of everything I've played, I would go Forza Horizon 4. It's the one I had the most fun with. Game looks gorgeous,
Yeah,
So,
I was like, the thing about Raz not being here is I would want to hear him talk about Onrush, because I know he played that.
yeah.
I mean, for me, it's between fucking 2K and Forza, but I think I'd probably lean Forza because the microtransaction bullshit that's in 2K is a little bit off. But whereas Forza's fucking just 10 out of 10 for a racing game. The Crew 2, I think that was the one where the whole game was about fucking getting your follower count up and all that so that you had more street cred, and just it sounded cringy as fuck.
The first Crew was
FIFA and
cringy.
FIFA and Pro Ev, actually. It would be Pro Ev this year for me. I've not played them a lot, but I've tried them both. But I don't think any of them deserve to win anything. I don't know about you, Surf.
I'd have to go for Forza out of the lot. I think it's clearly the best. I think.
Yep. Fucking, that's pretty easy.
3-3 that.
Yep. Quick note: Roz pointed out that the Crew 2 is free to play this weekend for anyone that wants to check it out. But like Cabo just mentioned, most of you will pass. All right, next one. Best FPS. If you're new to video games, FPS stands for first person shooter, and you probably are an idiot. Destiny 2 Forsaken. Keep in mind, as an expansion, it did come out this year. Not Destiny 2 from launch, but just the Forsaken portion we're speaking.
Yeah.
Black Ops 4, Battlefield 5, or Far Cry 5. For me, I am going to say Black Ops 4 because it's, to me, the reason why it's the best FPS is I am actually playing a Call of Duty game again. So that says a shit ton about how good that game is.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think for FPS, I just class that. Like, the biggest factor for me is the actual shooting mechanics. So that immediately puts fucking Far Cry out of the conversation. Because although it's technically an FPS, it doesn't run anywhere near as smooth for playing as any of these other games. Battlefield 5, just because of the fucking historical choice, it's a little bit too slow for my liking. It's polished and stuff, but it's between Destiny and Black Ops. And I think I'm actually going to lean Destiny on this one because of the strength of the story And
the story was good.
The fluidity of, like, it's a 30 FPS game. That's where Call of Duty would beat it, hands down. But the fucking gunplay on Destiny, like, it
it's
never feels bad.
Yeah, it really is smooth as fuck.
I'm going to go Destiny as well.
All right.
Just because I don't think you can beat the gunplay on Destiny 2. It's just always a joy to pick up and play. Haven't hit the storyline on Forsaken yet, but I know they wouldn't have changed the gunplay that much.
It's the best part of Destiny too. The gunplay and stuff
the
just
best fucking story thing they've done. I think it beats anything in the first Destiny as well.
Yeah, Battlefield 5. I haven't stepped into it much, but their choice of distribution kind of hurts it for me too.
Yeah. I mean, jumping back to Destiny as well, you've got fucking Cade dying is a fucking major.
Yeah, that was huge. Yeah.
Like,
which personally,
feel like
let's go back to that.
It's some fucking. I was about to say, like, I was a fucking hunter from day one sort of thing when everybody hated him. But I mean, everybody.
I always loved
out
Cade.
of the three fucking mentors, everybody loved Cade because it was Nathan Fillion.
Amazing voice actor, amazing sci-fi actor.
And recent expansions have just shown Zavala's a pussy, so nobody likes him. Yeah. And then
how the fuck did that guy become a Titan? That's what I want to know. Fucking pussy ass motherfucker.
Yeah, like Cade was by far the best character in Destiny. So see, going forward, I'm a little bit fucking skeptical. Like, what am I going to? Because Destiny 1 was all about the grind. Destiny 2 was a mix of nostalgia and then actually enjoying the story. So if fucking my favourite character's gone, am I still going to enjoy the story the next time it comes around?
Yeah, true. Dude, what pisses me off about Zavala is they also got another great actor. Like, the voice of Zavala is amazing, and he's a really good actor.
Was it Spartacus or something he was in?
He was in Spartacus. He was also he's
been in a shitload.
He's in
fuck.
Yeah.
He's like the fucking.
It's a fucking
insect
show about my hometown. I can't remember
Wire?
it. The Wire, yes. Yeah. He was Detective Daniels in The Wire, or Sergeant Daniels, or whatever his name was. Yeah.
I think was he in Fringe as well? I can't remember.
Yeah, he was in Fringe. Yeah. That was a show I need to get back into. My wife watched the first 2 seasons and then fell out of it.
Another, this is just totally more Destiny actor talk, but nothing to do with Game of the Year. The fucking, is it the Dead Orbit faction leader? Is that fucking weird? He's not Russian, but he's somewhere like Russian. He always plays a bad guy. He's got like this slicked back hair. Anybody know who I'm talking about?
No.
Not
I
sure.
probably know if I saw him, but
you said Russian and bad guy, and
yeah,
that sounds familiar all the time. When it comes to movies and shit, you know what I mean?
So you two both played Forsaken. Did you notice it wasn't Nathan Fillion playing Cade? Did the replacement do a good job?
Oh no, it is Nathan Fillion, I'm sure.
It is Nathan Fillion.
It's just they couldn't keep him going.
No, I thought I'm 100% sure I read somewhere that Nathan Fillion didn't voice him for the last outing, and he had been replaced.
Well, if that's true, that guy did a fucking amazing job.
Nolan North plays Cade? What?
No way. That was not Nolan North. Nolan North plays your fucking ghost. He's who. That was early on that they switched that over. I mean, that was back in the D1 days.
Yeah, I knew
right?
I knew they. Because I remember reading somewhere saying.
So it was Peter Dinklage was the original ghost. Peter Dinklage was your original ghost in Destiny 1, and then it switched over to Nolan North.
No, there's a news story here. It isn't him. It's Nolan North.
Yeah.
Fucking Nolan North, you fucking beautiful, amazing man.
Neither of you noticed. They did a bloody good job.
Yeah.
Dude, that's the brilliance of Nolan North. That's why he's the best in the biz.
Right. The Dead Orbit guy is a guy called Peter Stormare. He's from Sweden. Try to think what he's been in. Been in Fargo, Armageddon, Constantine, Castlevania, fucking...
It must be do voice acting and
Assassins, Get Shorty, fucking... What is all this shit? He's been in actual big stuff. Hang on.
Man, sounds like a good career.
See what he's best known for. Or why don't you just fucking Google him? You'll recognise him instantly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just looking now. Images.
Well, anyway.
Oh yeah, I know the guy.
Yeah, he was in.
Oh yeah, yep.
Jurassic Park, Big Lebowski, Armageddon, Dancing in the Dark, Minority Report, Bad Boys 2. He's a bad guy in Bad Boys 2. That's probably what I recognise him from the most. Prison Break as well. Shit like that.
Oh, Organic just wanted to say that Nolan North gets Voice Actor of the Year just because he played with our emotions.
Well, fucking, that works for me.
Yeah, I did not. That sounded just like Cade throughout every other fucking part of the game I played. So,
fuck, I know Nolan North is an amazing voice. They've done something digitally to that voice. There's no way he's fucking done
It'll be interesting.
Spot on.
It was very spot on. Anyway, best FPS has been taken by Destiny 2 Forsaken.
Well done, Bungie. You got something right.
Yeah. All right, best PlayStation. I guess I just will not talk during this part. Detroit Become Human.
2 of these.
Spider-Man or God of War. I'm going to go just from everyone talking. And because it's been just talked about how great it is in general, I'll say probably God of War.
And that was the right
That's
choice.
going to be my gamble.
Yeah, I mean, Detroit is a good game, but compared to these two, it doesn't stand up. Spider-Man for me is fun, but it's, I don't know, like if you're talking about out of 10, like on the volume, it's always sitting at like 6 or 7, I'd say. And then there's one point where it creeps up to 8, and then it goes back to 6 or 7 the whole time. Whereas God of War is like 9 to 10 throughout. It was probably just because it hooked me more. That might not be the same for everybody, but fucking, I don't know what Surf's got to say. He's probably going to try and argue for Spider-Man.
I want to argue, I don't know. I know God of War is the better game, it's a worthier game, it's a superior game, but I just have more fun playing Spider-Man.
Yeah, like Spider-Man's a good kickback and have fun, but when we're talking about the actual best game, there's no debate.
No, I think I'm happy to see God of War because it's obviously superior, it's the better game. But yeah, the only fly in my own is I just remember more fun times playing Spider-Man. And I'm more likely to play Spider-Man again, I think, which is weird. But I'm happy to give it to God of War because it is just an amazing game. I did enjoy it while I was playing it. I think just for sit back and fun though. It's a bit like the difference between Marvel Avengers and Citizen Kane, I guess. God of War is better for the soul. And
all right.
Yeah, I'll give it to God of War.
While we're on this, well, God of War takes it for PlayStation then, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this wiped it up.
Forgot to mention,
I did play more than just Red Dead. I forgot one day my wife was working and she needed the desk where my Xbox was. I started The Last of Us on PlayStation.
Jesus.
Yay!
Yeah. And I was like, shit. I was like, I gotta finish Final Fantasy 15. Why am I playing this? Because it's really good. So there you go. Your weekly update on my PlayStation life is I did turn it on and I did play a game.
Just give us a monthly update because I don't think it's going to be fucking more than 10 seconds worth of talking.
There it is. So God of War takes best PlayStation release. Best Microsoft release. We have State of Decay 2. Yeah, it's not very strong. State of Decay 2, Sea of Thieves, or Forza Horizon 4. I'm gonna go with oh man, out of all these, I think I'm gonna go for Forza Horizon 4 only because it's the only one that grabbed me and made me play a lot. It's the most I played. Just out of that aspect.
I mean, fucking the other two are shite. I had fun.
Well,
I played State of Decay longer than I played Sea of Thieves. State of Decay is shite. See, when you've completed it and you look back and they turn around and say, well, complete this 4 more times because there's slightly different perks, you're like, fuck off.
I was really upset with the multiplayer aspect of State of Decay 2.
You can't see people's bases, fucking...
Yeah.
It's all,
I thought it was like...
Just that world.
Hey, let's get
many.
Yeah, they should have just made it like you could have a single player game yourself, but then a multiplayer world that you played with your friends. Like, why couldn't we just like all work together on the same thing? Not like, oh man, that pissed me off so bad. That's what I thought it was gonna be. I just didn't care for that aspect, and I think that's what killed it. And luckily, thank you Game Pass, because I didn't spend $60 on the game. You know what I mean? Or was it 40 for that? I can't remember. I don't think it was full 60.
Yeah, it wasn't full price, I'm sure.
But
no, Sea of Thieves was the full 60. State of Decay was around 40, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I mean, Sea of Thieves has the potential, but it didn't release good enough. Like, I think fucking a year down the line. I've not played it in about 6 months.
Like probably a year.
It might not even be. I don't know when the fuck it came out.
8 months to be honest, or whatever.
I've not played it since like the first month it came out.
It was out in February, I think.
February, yeah.
Fuck.
It was
that long ago. I thought that was a little bit closer.
It had so much potential too, and like I mean, it's a very pretty game.
Well, the water.
It was a lot of fun the few times we played it, but like I don't know. It was another game that just didn't grab me the way I thought it would.
It's like for me, it's the Minecraft problem. It's like you've just got that sandbox where, you could go and make your own sort of fun, but I'm not that sort of player. Like, I don't enjoy Minecraft because I don't want to just fucking go do something aimlessly. I don't know. That's probably not a good explanation, but that's how I feel.
No,
anyway, fuck it. Comment. Forza Horizon 4. It was like a walk away.
I mean, there's only one choice, isn't there? Out of the three of those, the clear winners for
I didn't miss anything, did I? That is all they brought out this year.
No,
it's a very weak year.
I think they're suffering from the maybe finally they're over the hump. Maybe not next year, but 2020.
Next gen's where it's at now. They've got like 8 billion studios. One of the games have got to be
man. Good. They're stacking all them studios, dude. They're gonna have they're going balls to the wall this next gen.
Yeah. Before this next one, we should explain as well the games that are in our Game of the Year, like final bit. We didn't want to put into the individual genres. Just assume that if a game wins Game of the Year and it would have been in one of these genres, it would have won it. But we want to give a fair shout to the other games, sort of thing, as well.
Yeah. Yep. And again, the games we choose for all these topics, one of us had to have to play it. Like someone in had to play it, pretty much. Out of the 3-4 of us.
Yeah.
All right. Best action adventure game. We got Shadow Team Raider, Monster Hunter World, or Far Cry 5. You guys already know I'm saying Monster Hunter World. Because I love that Japanese style kitty cats feeding me food, going and fighting some random ass monsters and cutting limbs off of them. Actually, I put a good amount of time in Monster Hunter World, and I thought it was thought it was a great game. I mean, it's a hell of a grind to that game. But I had a lot of fun playing it with you guys, playing it by myself. It was my first introduction to a Monster Hunter game. And I always seen people talk about how great they were because what they were like more so like the Game Boy games and stuff, right? Isn't it? Weren't they like more so when the handhelds of Nintendo?
Yeah, that was the first multi-platform console game or something. This one.
Thought it was a great game. So out of those 3 games, that's what I'm going to go with because I didn't play the other 2, so that's my choice.
See, like Far Cry, everything about it I fucking loved as I played, but the ending...
Yeah, the ending is a problem. But it is just the ending. Everything else was really, really good fun.
Because, I mean, Castle, it's fucking... You're a host. You're exposed to spoilers. You play through the whole game, fine. You fucking love it. You kill the last guy, then a fucking nuke goes off and wipes everybody out.
Oh, what fucking bullshit is that?
Yeah, that's
and
why
the guy wins.
Yeah. Yep, the guy wins because he predicted the fucking
apocalypse or whatever.
Yeah, that was all cultish bullshit.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, and that's where the whole fucking Ubisoft themselves spoiled it. The next Far Cry, they spoke about. So when after Far Cry 5, when the nuke goes off, the next fucking mini games like an apocalyptic sort of thing.
Yeah, with the 2 evil twin sisters or something, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's all that Ubisoft had to do was tell the Bible Belt in America that, hey, if you think the apocalypse is gonna happen, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, you're right all along.
Yeah, I mean, you've got the early ending that Crunch is talking about. Like every Far Cry has to have it. See, if you refuse to do what the boss or the bad guy asks at the start, the game ends. Sort
credits
of thing,
run,
within 5 minutes. There's also another thing you can see at the very end. You've got a choice whether to arrest him or kill him, or I think that is it. Or spare him. I can't even remember. I killed him or I arrested him. And then the nuke went off in my game. But if you do the opposite in the end of the other game, you drive along and you've been mind fucking washed by one of the guys. Whenever a particular song plays, you fucking kill everybody around you, sort of thing. And you're just driving back peacefully and that song plays down the radio and you just fucking shoot everybody in the car.
What?
Yeah, which I think would have been the better ending, to be honest, than just a fucking nuke coming along and wiping you out.
Oh, man.
But that's technically the bad ending because you chose not to kill the guy or arrest him or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the canon ending, the supposed Ubisoft preferred one, is the nuke going off.
Yep.
So you guys are saying Far Cry 5 is your choice?
I don't even know.
I think I probably would. I had the more fun playing it. I really wanted to pick Shadow of the Tomb Raider because I've loved all the others, but I don't think this one matches up to the previous 2.
I think the problem with Shadow for me is I can't even fucking remember what happened right now. It made no impression on me. Try to think about specifically what happened and who the characters are and stuff.
For me, there's just like one completely badass scene in Shadow of the Tomb Raider when she comes out of the water, and that's the only one I ever really remember.
Oh, the oil fields.
Yeah, that might have been the best. That might have won best video game scene of the year. But
well, it would have until that fucking Braithwaite moment at the Red Dead.
Oh yeah, that is true. I would have until that bit. But yeah, I don't think it'd be Shadow. It was a really good game, but it wasn't as good as the other 2. And I think I'm going to have to go with Far Cry. It was a weak ending, a bad ending, but I really enjoyed everything else, and I quite like the structure, like the brothers and the sisters, and then finally going for the final boss.
No, fuck it. I'm going Monster Hunter.
Woo!
No, I can't have Far Cry win.
Yes.
Like, Far Cry's good, but that ending's just
good thing Raz ain't here. JRPG won 1.
Yeah, Raz will be spinning in his grave.
I really want to get back into Monster Hunter, to be honest. One of these days. So Monster Hunter takes Best Action Adventure. And before we move on to the next title, I realized that Surf and I never said what we were drinking tonight. We just went right into Red Dead talk. I personally hate Coors Light, but I am drinking Coors Banquet, which is just the regular Coors beer, and I like it.
I didn't even know there was anything apart from Coors Light.
Oh,
yeah, it's their normal.
I'm drinking Coors Light.
Fuck off.
There you go.
No, I am. I'm honestly.
That was not
Coors
planned. I'm drinking the Banquet beer.
I'm drinking Coors Light because it was super, super cheap.
I got a 30-pack of Coors for. That's what it's just called. It's just called Coors Banquet. 30-pack of that for $22. Can't go wrong with that. That's a steal. 30 beers for $22. That's not even $1 a beer.
That's fucking wrong. Move on.
All right, moving on. Now we're into best story.
Ooh.
No surprise here. The first two up are Red Dead Redemption 2 and God of War. Detroit Become Human and Spider-Man. Since I have not played God of War, I have not played Detroit, and I have not played Spider-Man, and I played the fuck out of Red Dead the past 2 weeks, I'm going with Red Dead Redemption 2. I thought it was a fantastic story. I felt emotionally connected to the character that I was playing as towards the end of the game. You know what I mean? So I'm going with Red Dead.
I've got to give a little bit of credit to Spider-Man. It was the best Spider-Man story. Like trying to think back about all the movies I've seen. Like I've not done the comics, so fucking don't shoot me.
Yeah,
but
you're
as
good.
far as like video games and movies, it's the best story I've seen from a Spider-Man. But
I'd agree with
it
that.
doesn't match Red Dead or God of War. Then Detroit is a fucking great game, and the possibilities and all that are fucking amazing. It's like you can really have a different story. Like characters can die so early, and you never play like half of the missions that you do as another guy and stuff like that. But there's definitely a story there. It's strong and all that sort of shit. It just, again, doesn't live up to the other two. Like in another year, these like Spider-Man and fucking Detroit could be competing with each other as at the top, but God of War and Red Dead came out this year, so that's not to be, in my opinion. Best story. Red Dead 2 for me. The high is better. I think the story in God of War is more consistently like up there, but I think the highs that you get in Red Dead are better.
Yeah, I think Red Dead does a great job at like pushing your emotions as the player.
From like, wow, more fucking obvious spoiler talk coming in, but see, from the moment you get sick, I think that's when the story picks up.
Oh yeah.
And see, the moment when I found out I was sick, it was when I was on the island. I think that's what happens with everybody. But the fact is, I got bit by a snake for the first time in the whole game on that island, and then I got told I was sick, so I thought it was curable. And I was sitting there trying to fucking help myself. And I think that's part of the thing as well, like, until you find out a couple of missions later that you've got TB, you don't know where the fuck it's came from. So, like, that worked out perfectly in my favour sort of thing. Like, I get bit by a snake, oh no, I'm now feeling unwell, sickness is hard to cure. That's all it tells you.
Did you guys ever notice your character looking different? Because there was a point in the game where, like, before you found out that you had tuberculosis, that I was like, man, why does my guy look so fucking rough? Like, I started thinking that, and I kept
pale and veiny.
Yeah, I kept getting like bass and all kinds. I was like spending so much money on bass and crap, thinking that like, and I was like, man, why does my guy look like shit? Like, and then like eventually he started coughing blood, and I was like, oh fuck, like that's when I was like, yeah. Something's coming up.
Yeah, I think I did notice it getting worse. I think I was a bit suspicious immediately after the mission where you get the TB. So after that one where you try and collect the debt and you're riding, because the guy coughs in your face, and you're riding back and they make it very clear that he sort of wipes his face down and makes a face. I thought, oh shit, should I? And then I was second guessing myself, saying, could I have missed that mission if I made a big mistake? So I was a bit suspicious, but they played it really well. It
I
was
didn't
very
catch
slow
that at all.
and steady.
I didn't catch that at all either.
Like, obviously in the moment I knew he coughed on me, but I didn't put a second thought to it.
No, I think it was the bit. I distinctly remember him riding back to the camp after doing it.
But I know it's not avoidable because the first time you get sent out in a debt collection is a story mission, which is that one, whereas everyone after that is optional.
Yeah, very well done by Rockstar to just do that, and you like, it's like Surf, like you mentioned, like majority of people aren't going to notice that right off the bat. You know what I mean?
I think I was just I still put it back in my mind. It's where I think it's like a couple of 2 or 3 missions later he starts coughing just a bit more. You get that cough and it just becomes more and more obvious. But you start thinking, oh damn. And I was thinking, but right up to the end until you get the letter from Martha. Was it Martha, his love? You get that letter right at the end where she sort of cuts him free. I was sort of half hoping the ending for Arthur would him be sort of ending up with Martha and dying of TB, but with her.
Yeah. See, I think he was all ready to fucking go to her if that ship didn't crash.
I think he was.
Same here.
It's just more tragedy. And I mean, when you play the fucking story where the chief guy gives you the medicine, I don't know what dialogue choices you went with, but everybody must have picked the one about his son. Just to find out, he had a son that fucking died.
I was just like, fuck, Arthur had a son? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
it just builds his character more for that sort of story. Like, he's kept it buried this whole time, and that's why he doesn't. Well, in my mind, I don't know if there's I don't know if I've picked this up or if it's just what I felt. That's why he doesn't start fucking sleeping with prostitutes, and one of the girls that are about the camp don't care. Is into you sort of thing, and he's just not interested. And then when you find out he's had a son that died because he was on the run, sort of thing, couldn't be there to defend him or whatever.
It makes total sense.
Makes sense. No, so
like seriously, Arthur Morgan.
Red Dead story wins. There's no
it's
more
Red
to talk about.
Dude, man. Arthur Morgan was just a fantastic fucking character. And what was that voice actor's name again?
Greg something.
Yeah, God, man, what a performance! Like seriously, every time, like you know how you ever play a game and sometimes you just get bored of like the sound of whatever character voice you're playing or whatever. It can get annoying or whatever. He just did. I don't know, something about the way he did that voice. It never bothered me. It was always like kind of relaxing, you know.
I think it was his...
Oh no, it's not Greg. It's Roger Clark.
Roger Clark. Yep.
The first time I got a lump in my throat is that one mission after you rescue the captain from the army and you take him to the train. And you meet the sister there, and you just sit down and have a bit of a heart to heart.
Oh yeah, that was a good scene.
And there's just that little bit where he's talking about his life and stuff, and he sort of says, "I think I'm just afraid," and it's just the way he says that line. I was like, "Oh no!" I started welling up there. It's just
because
brilliant.
When you think about it, they took a character that's been like such a badass on the run his whole life pretty much, and he has to face his own not afraid of like a gun, someone shooting at him or anything, but he has to face morality because he is sick and he knows he's gonna die. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if that speaks to my personality, but I didn't give a fuck about anything until. Did you guys have level 4 horses by the time
Oh, the bit when you duck the horse dies, because I had
yes,
that
was so bad. Yeah. Oh,
and
man,
see that moment,
a heartstring puller.
It's only if you've got a level 4 bond with your horse that you stop and pay attention and fucking thank it before it dies, sort of thing.
Yeah, that was fucking rough.
Yeah, that was
like if you've got a level 1 horse, that doesn't happen. You just fucking keep running.
I had the same horse the whole game.
Me too.
And like when that moment happened, me personally, just from playing the game, I was like, "Fuck, no, my horse!" And then when he went back, when he was like, "Hold up," and like went back to like thank the horse before it died, I was like, I'm gonna fucking cry.
Yeah, because see, I ended up, I had all Arabians sort of thing, and I'd named them after my dogs, but I caught the white Arabian, and I just named that something else, and I was leveling that up sort of thing, and that's the one that ended up dying. I was so fucking happy that it wasn't one that was named after my dogs.
One of your dogs? Oh god, yeah. Mine was named Mr. Ed after like the American television show. It was originally named My Horse, and I was like, maybe I should rename
My Horse. I think mine were War Biscuit 1, 2, 3, and 4.
War Biscuit,
did you
nice.
End up with the white Arabian? Did any of you break?
No, I had the Tennessee.
Oh
Tennessee.
Jesus!
Yeah,
fuck off.
Yeah, no, I think I ended up with the horse I had right at the beginning. I bought other ones, but I never used them.
Fucking joking me?
No,
I got fucking dog shit.
I caught other horses and stuff, and they put them in stables. But like, I was just like, I'm gonna see how far I can go without getting a horse killed, and I only had to revive him once.
I revived him twice. One was a shootout. The other one, I was so annoyed. I was at the bottom of a cliff and I whistled for him, and the fucking idiot just ran off the cliff. I was like, just fell next to me. I'm like, "Oh, you friggin' idiot!" I was like, lucky I had a horse reviver. I would have been really peed off.
You should have recorded a clip of that.
I should have. The same thing happened in the original Red Dead, but in the time that happened to me in the original Red Dead, the horse killed me because it ran off the cliff and landed on me.
So did any of you break any horses out in the wild?
No, I didn't do that.
Two. I caught 2 in the wild.
So that was a cool sort of mechanic.
Yeah, it was a great mechanic. And then I accidentally stole 2 horses, and there was one horse route, like from chapter 4 to 6, that was just lost. Because I never put them in a stable, and occasionally I'd be close enough that I'd whistle for the horse I had, and both of them would show up. I would just be like, "Well, sorry, dude."
Yeah, sorry, dude.
Yeah, but the White Arabian, you had to like go up to that frozen lake bit towards the start of the game, and you would find it wandering about there, like it would blend in with the snow. That was like the best horse for the single player, until the epilogue and better horses are available to buy, sort of thing.
Okay. Oh man. All right, let's get moving on.
That one story anyway. Fucking
that one story. Yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2. I was like, we can keep going on and on about Red Dead. All right, Disappointment. All right, this is a game that everyone thought was going to be fantastic. Got into it and was like, oh, what the fuck? We got Battlefield 5, Fallout 76, or Sea of Thieves. I'm going to say
Sea of Thieves.
Go ahead, Surf.
I'd say Sea of Thieves. I actually think Battlefield 5 is, from what I've heard, is actually not a bad game.
Okay.
It's not all there on their release, but I think what is there is supposed to be pretty good, and people are enjoying it. So I think that suffered a bit from PC stuff, I think, because they had the woman character and stuff. I don't know. So I don't think Battlefield 5 gets it. But I think Sea of Thieves was so hyped and anticipated after the beta and everything, and it was like the top mixer game and top streaming game for weeks and weeks and weeks during that beta, and then it came out. So I think it has to be Sea of Thieves because everyone had such high hopes for that, and it didn't deliver.
First, what about you?
I mean, I'd rule Battlefield out. I don't think that done enough to warrant it being on the list, but we were just building the list out, basically. I mean, it's disappointing it didn't launch with all the single player content. That's the only.
I would say that's why it's on the list then, because yeah.
For me though, Sea of Thieves, I fell off it, but I did play it for like 2 weeks and I did enjoy it. Whereas it's got to be, for me, it's Fallout 76. I mean, you've got fucking bugs where it deletes your whole game download, so you can't even fucking play the thing.
Really?
Then when you play the thing, you need to listen to. I've spoke about this last week. You need to listen to a holotape to get the story because there's no in-world NPCs. But if you're in a group of 4 people and that's a 2-minute holotape, you can't all listen to
everyone
it.
Has to listen to that shit.
You have to take your turn.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's stupid fucking things like that. That definitely takes it for me.
Yeah, I'm going Fallout 76 too because like everything from the bugs of delete, like Toast just mentioned, plus like people not being able to get their fucking bag that they were supposed to get on pre-order, just like everything was a fucking mess about that game. Sea of Thieves, it didn't live up to the hype that it had, but it wasn't a bad game. You know what I mean? I just fell out of it. I enjoyed it when I played it. Battlefield 5, I feel like Battlefield always puts out a good game. I am disappointed, like Toe said, that they're just distributing things in chunks opposed to just putting the whole, just delay your fucking game and put out most of your content. And then, you know what I mean? Opposed to like, okay, we'll put out this little bit, then this, then this, then, you know what I mean? So I'm going Fallout 76.
Looks like Fallout has it then.
Yep. Take that, Bethesda, you disappointed one podcast out of 2 million. All right, surprise. That freaking onion ring that you find in your order of French fries, and you're like, oh, sweet. Vermintide or Monster Hunter World? I'm going to say for me personally, I expected myself to enjoy Monster Hunter World since it had RPG elements, cats, and food taking effect of how you play the game. Vermintide, I had 2. I never played for first Vermintide, so I had no clue what to expect from Vermintide 2. I do love the Warhammer universe. Vermintide 2 was like a very pleasant surprise because it came in Game Pass. Downloaded it, played it, and I actually played a pretty decent amount of it with both of you guys and other people in the community, and I just thought it was a very fun, easy game to get into. So that's my selection.
What about you, Surf?
I would probably say Vermintide as well. They were both surprises to me, but I think Vermintide I enjoyed more. I was more surprised with how much I enjoyed Vermintide than Monster Hunter World. So I would go for Vermintide.
Oh, well. I wouldn't, but it's 2-1. For me, like, Vermintide, I get told it's a horde fucking mode. It's like Left 4 Dead sort of thing, so I knew instantly I was going to enjoy that.
Okay. It's the same aspect.
I'd never tried anything in that fucking style before. And that was my first experience to the fucking game. Really enjoyed it, obviously. But I can't complain about Vermintide. Didn't enjoy it.
They're both great games, both fantastic surprises.
They really were. It was a tough call on that one.
Yep.
So they were both surprises to me. And they were.
I have a feeling that if Roz was here, he'd probably pick Vermintide just because he'd be like, I don't play that JPR shit.
Yeah, there was going to be a category called Razzy's mobile game, because we know it wouldn't be the best mobile games of the year, it'd just be whatever shit he'd played. And then
it'd be Hustle Castle.
Yeah.
Hustle
I
Castle
fucking constantly keep seeing adverts for that. It's like, here's your level 1 wife, and here's your level 10 wife with bigger tits, and here's your level 20 wife with bigger tits and less clothes.
No way.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's Fallout Shelter with fucking Fallout what the fuck am I trying to say? Fallout Shelter with Family Guy art style and big tits.
I know you keep saying that episode, but like, really, do you actually get leveled up wives?
Yeah. Well, according to the ads, I don't know, because the ads always talk shit in these mobile games.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right.
Crunch is saying he's seen it as well.
Oh, damn. All right, moving on. Best care. Oh, no. I was about to say, I'm going to skip the line. Thanks, whoever put the cursor there. Best ongoing. Rocket League, GTA Online, I meant GTA Online, Destiny 2, Fortnite, or Warframe.
Jesus.
I'm tipsy, dude. Just a bit. I'm gonna just say, like, for best ongoing, I mean, the game's been going for fucking 5 or 6 years now. It's got to be GTA Online. They just put out more content this week. Toast, you jumped into it and said you had a good time, and it drawed you back in. Yeah. Like, I mean, this is a tough category because I feel like out of all of these, Destiny 2's content, except for Forsaken, has been really disappointing.
Destiny 2 can get fucked.
Yeah. Fortnite, I don't enjoy the game, but I respect that they constantly keep doing stuff. And it's, the biggest fucking game in the world right now. But I feel like Warframe is my runner-up, only because they're constantly doing updates. They're constantly putting expansions out. The game's been running. I think that came out in like 2014, 2013. It was like garbage back then, but they just constantly worked on it. But yeah, they just put out another expansion that it was on the PC already, but now it's onto the console world. So I'm going with GTA Online. I mean, they're just constantly pumping out shit for that game, and it's always good. And my runner-up would be probably Rocket League, to be honest, not Warframe. GTA Online for me.
But you, Surf?
I would go GTA Online as well, just for the same reasons Castle, really. They just keep adding and adding, and if I'm honest, whenever we fire that up, I have more fun playing that than any of the other ones. Rocket League is really, really good, but I think it's slower pace of updates. I think GTA Online.
I mean, you got Drop Shot, but apart from Drop Shot, there's not been something major new added since fucking the game launched, basically.
I mean, just stays hot is pretty much it.
Good. Yeah, it's always good, but they're not doing a lot of innovation there or trying to fucking expand, sort of thing.
And then also, everything that GTA puts out online is free. Every expansion is free. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I mean, is there even any point asking me what I'd say? It's GTA.
You're gonna say GTA too, right? Yeah.
So fucking, I'm trying to fucking figure out what's came out this year, expansion wise.
I mean, nightclubs, didn't we?
Nightclubs was new this year, definitely. The fucking it's not even just the big expansions. There's new game modes every month. There's basically a new, last week on the playlist we done the sumo remix mode. We've all played the sumo mode where you're in a car and you have to force people out of an area.
Oh, yeah.
Well, this expansion is you're in teams now. Not just 2 teams, it's 4 teams or something. And there's a big map, and you need to get inside a zone within the timer. And then every time you survive, the zone gets smaller, and it's in a different area of the map, and some of the map's going to, the track will fall away, so you have to go a different route and things like that. Just the way they fucking expand on things.
Yeah, it's constant.
Yeah.
It really is.
Makes you excited for what they're going to do with Red Dead.
I know. I mean, the potential that they've got, just if they try and put some in it. I mean, you could do that sumo mode with horses. There's nothing stopping you.
No, you could indeed.
And as soon as they fucking release that track editor or whatever the fuck you would want to call it for Red Dead Online, it's got to be amazing.
Yep.
I'd give Nah, just Rocket League's the steady one, but GTA wins it because of the innovation.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, that's a perfect way of putting it. Rocket League, nice and steady, but GTA for innovation.
Oh, excuse me. Best character. This one's getting tricky. We got Kratos, which is God of War. Arthur Morgan from Red Dead. Peter Parker, if you don't know where he's from, where the fuck you been? Lara Croft, if you don't know where she's from, where the fuck you been? And Sadie Adler, who is the best supporting character of Arthur Morgan in fucking Red Dead Redemption. I'm gonna say that right now. That was quite a character development on a supporting character that I've ever seen. Where you show up at a fucking cabin and save her ass, and then she turns into be the most badass fucking woman on the planet.
She did indeed.
I'm gonna say, but just because of this dude's fucking voice actor's performance, man, I gotta go with Arthur Morgan. I didn't get to see the performance of Kratos or experience it, so for me, I'm going Arthur Morgan.
What about you, Toast?
I'd say Lara Croft's actor for this reboot is good. The same way Peter Parker's the best fucking acted Spider-Man I've seen in a game, sort of thing, like closest to the character that I know from fucking whatever shit I do know from Spider-Man. Kratos is good. Arthur Morgan is great. But Sadie Adler is fucking amazing. It's Sadie for me.
God, this is tough. Peter Parker's a really good character. He was well played. He was well written in the game. Lara Croft is Lara Croft. She was really good. Between Kratos and Arthur Morgan, I think Arthur was just in the end a bit deeper.
Yeah, Arthur's a good character, but
Kratos was really good, but I think Arthur had a bigger story.
Did you hit the highs that you did with Sadie?
Yeah, he changed more. So it's between Arthur and Sadie.
I mean, you must have fucking felt more for Sadie. Like Arthur, it took fucking 70 odd hours or whatever to fucking grow to like him. By the end of the game, that was a steep, like a slow curve, I would say.
I'd agree. Arthur took longer to love. Sadie, she come into her own in the last couple of chapters.
Yeah, and I mean, the more time you spend with her in the camp, she starts off moping around and all that, being the victim. Yeah. And then she's just a badass, and then you're going on fucking missions where she's just stabbing like 3 guys and fucking drowning herself in blood.
Yes, you're trying to tilt me into it, and
definitely.
I really wish that the two.
This is the topic that Tis was talking about where we're gonna disagree.
And I really wish that we'd probably in the epilogues. I wish we'd followed Sadie rather than John more. Probably.
Oh, 100%.
It would have been an interesting, far more interesting story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like follow her doing her bounty out and shit, and then John joins in occasionally.
Yeah, I was like towards the end of Red Dead, like before it went off, and you found out that you play as John Marston at the end. I was like, please be Sadie. Please be Sadie. Please be like. I just wanted to play as her. Like, yeah, like they could do DLC content or something story wise, and just do more of a Sadie story to this game if they wanted to. That's how strong of a character she was.
Yeah. Another thing I'd say as well is in the online, I've seen so many more Sadie clones than I've seen Arthur clones.
Oh, clones.
Like with the character creator.
I'm going to say Sadie was a badass character, but I'm more emotionally tied to Arthur, so I'm going to have to go Arthur.
Fucking cunt.
But it's a 1%er. It's really close.
That's some bullshit.
My honestly, Sadie would be my runner-up. I mean, like
that motherfucker gets shot and still comes up and fucking ends the fucking stuff.
Yeah,
I know I'm not.
She does.
It's tough, but I'm going to have to.
She's
go.
badass.
More
if
emotionally
this was
invested in Arthur.
if this was most badass character, Sadie Adler would win this without a doubt.
Badass. It's certain. And I think your idea for Red Dead Redemption 3 following Sadie Adler would be absolutely brilliant. After she left John, I would play that game.
Oh, in a heartbeat. Yeah,
in a heartbeat. Maybe we get a DLC. Would be nice. Nice big sub campaign with her. That'd be really, really good. But yeah, I can't. I'm
sorry, Toast.
I think, to be honest, Toast, I think if you asked me this a bit further away from me completing the campaign yesterday, possibly my feelings might change slightly over time. But
That's true.
At the moment, I'm too completely.
That's definitely
invested in Arthur.
Yeah.
Like both of us just
completing a
finished
game is a big thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm willing to admit that might be colouring my decision slightly because I only finished it. Arthur died for me yesterday, so that might be colouring things slightly.
Yeah, same here. And then like to say like if we go into the Red Dead 2 game, to say the badasses in order, I would say it's Sadie,